Everyone. Welcome to the Dr. Inia Desnia show. Um, Great to be here. I I know that we're almost running up summer and we're getting relaxed. So getting back into the normal schedule of things. But it's been a very nice summer, and I'm happy that we had all. I hope all of us had a great summer as we're rounding up. But anyway, I'm Dr. Nia Desnia, and this is the Dr. Nia Desnia show where I just share um ideas, like I say, resources to actually help SMEs thrive. And so happy that you're here. Of course, the information I share is for educative and informative purposes only. It's very important for you to work with a professional. And of course, if you do not have a professional, you know what, yours truly, I'm here. So you can reach out to me, right? And that's where the website is. So making sure that the website is drniadesina.com, and then of course navigate to my firm. I'm excited to be here, and thank you so much for joining me today. So let's get right to it. Now, I've had this question before, and I just thought that it was good to address it. And this just focuses on SMEs, right? My focus is on SMEs, small and medium-sized enterprises, or let's say small businesses. So the question here is it okay to be a jack of all trades, right, in your business? That's the question. Is it okay? Is it all right for me for a business owner to be a jack of all trades? Now, and of course, somebody might ask, or usually the saying goes, jack of all trades and a master of none, right? But in this case, I wouldn't say master of none because, of course, you're good at what you do. That's why you decided to get into business. So the issue here is it okay to do everything? Right? Do everything. When I say do everything, you do your administrative work, do your marketing, do your accounting. Is it okay for you to do that? Now, um, I know before I even respond to that question, I want to say that I know most of the time SMEs have limited resources, and I get it. They have limited resources, and you're trying to navigate where to allocate your resources to what area. And so at the end of the day, you just say, you know what, I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. And truly, I get it, right? But we have to make sure or as an SME, you have to, or we all have to make sure that that you're actually allocating your time to what you decided to get into, right? Let me explain that. Let's say that you are let's say you're very good at, let's say you're what do you maybe you're baking. Let's say that's what you decide. You're a baker, fantastic. You make fantastic chocolate cookies, very good. You make all those great. I mean, I'm thinking of it, and I shouldn't be thinking so much because trying to be on a very good diet. So, but you know what I mean. Good chocolate, baked goods, right? Great tasting baked goods, and that's what you decide to get into your business doing, right? Now, the goal is for you not to, first of all, get burnt out, right? You don't want to leave spend so leave what you're supposed to do, which is getting more orders out there, and fulfilling the orders, because it's important for me to remind all of us that getting the orders or getting business is good, but meeting the expectation is the big thing. Because when you don't meet those expectations, right, guess what? The customers will leave you. So they won't even they won't come back. So marketing is important, but really satisfying your clients or your customers, very important, even better, more than marketing. So you can have as many customers and clients as you like, but if you do not, right, if you do not spend time to satisfy those clients, what they will leave. So going back to my response, first of all, make sure you have time to do what you actually are in business doing, right? To do, right? You're in business for example, to make, you love that, and that's why you started your business. So make sure you're fulfilling that. That's number one, right? Now, you might have some spare time here and there. There's nothing wrong with getting into organic marketing, right? That is, maybe allocating time for that at the beginning because again, limited resources, right? Getting into basic maybe out. Let me see. I mean, I won't. The reason why I don't really want to add accounting to this because of the compliance part of accounting, right? I would always say that for accounting part of it, it's good for you to outsource if you don't really have an money to bring in an in-house accountant. Important for you to outsource. We handle a lot of outsourcing. Clients, pays with a retainer fee, and we oversee what they are doing, right? We work with them, a couple of hours a month, just depending on what package you take. So I wouldn't really say that jack of all trades should get into things like compliance, right? There's no real compliance so much in organic marketing. Of course, if you're on maybe of any of these social media platforms, if you're going against their policy, they'll just kick you out. So that one, they will tell you that you're not doing the right thing. But usually for accounting and taxes, if there's no compliance, actually you have penalties and interest, which you don't want to handle, right? So yes, at the beginning, I get it. There's nothing wrong with you doing other things, maybe sometimes, maybe basic your administrative work. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with starting out and doing, marketing, maybe posting on social media, organic marketing. There's nothing wrong with that. But as I said, the caveat here is that making sure that you have time for what your business is all about, right? Making sure you're able to fulfill orders, making sure that the quality of the orders is not just below average because you have to do so much. And then, of course, as you continue to build, it's important for you to actually outsource. If you don't have, again, I know that marketing, if you want to bring someone in-house, can be very expensive, but there are people that say, you know what, pay me a couple of $100 a week. I can do this. I can post it for you. Or you can actually allocate time, I know, to help you with that on your own. But again, if you're focusing on growing your business, as at some time, you don't want to be the jack of everything because you have to focus on what you are doing, right? What you love to do. So my advice that yes, at the beginning, I get it, right? Do not actually venture into areas that there are compliance issues. Like I said, tax and accounting, a lot of compliance issues. You don't want to get into that, big mess of, or because you didn't understand the tax rules, regulations, you're going to have issues because of that, because you wanted to do that on your own. And a lot of times, the mistake that people make is that they said, "Oh, I'm going to follow what my friend that has this business, what they are doing." But that your friend might actually do, they might be doing something that is incorrect. Because unless, they might not know that what they're doing is incorrect unless they're professional in that area. All right. So going back to the question, is it okay to be the jack of all trades? I would say at the beginning, when there are limited resources, there are some areas you can venture into, right? But of course, it's important, as I said, for you to make sure you don't ignore or you don't shortchange your actual business. So yes, it's not bad for you to at the beginning start out trying to do as much as possible, which is as long as it's not compliance related. And of course, right, I will actually speak about this next time I talk about how do you actually make sure that even at the beginning, as you're trying to balance things, how do you make sure that you're not really burnt out because you're doing so much, right? So I will talk about that the next time we meet. But just to say that, yeah, at the beginning, I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, so go ahead. You can start out by doing little things here and there. But again, we don't want you to get, nobody wants to be overwhelmed. So, I'll talk about a process to make sure that at the end of the day, your business is thriving, even as you're not getting burnt out. So, but just to note also that I'm not saying you should be the jack of all trades forever. No, I'm just saying that at the beginning, when resources are very, very low, you can start with doing some things that that, like as I said, organic marketing or something like basic administrative work, that yes, you can start off like that. But eventually, the next step is outsourcing, right? But when you get to that large, big, very great level, of course, you can bring somebody in-house. But I talked about outsourcing in one of my shows and the advantage of outsourcing, right? So we're going to talk about next time how, or what I'm going to talk about next time is how to actually, at the beginning, of course, be that jack of all trades, but not allowing it to burn you out, not allowing it to take you off, or what you really want to do, really this your business. All right. So again, if you want to work with my firm, please don't hesitate. Go to my website, right? As I mentioned there. See that. I hope everybody can see that, and then navigate to my CPA platform where you can actually set up an appointment. All right. I hope I've been able to, give you something today that is informative and educative, right? And of course, if you have questions, please feel questions that you like me to discuss here or respond here on this platform. Feel free to go to my website and email me, fill out the contact form, and I will do my best to respond to that question, right? Or otherwise, you can, instead of a time to consult with me. All right. So thank you again for being here. I hope you have a nice time, and of course, enjoy the remaining. I know we have a couple of days for us to end the summer, but I know we're rounding, rounding out, or we're going out of the summer season, going into fall very soon. But again, thank you so much for being here. And remember, right, for your SME or your small and medium-sized business or enterprise to thrive, what you have to be intentional about it.